You don't need marriage to start living. For years, men were told life only begins after a wife, a house, and a family, but that belief is a lie. Today, more men are discovering the hidden power of staying single, a power that accelerates growth, strengthens freedom, builds wealth, and creates peace of mind, where marriage often cannot. In this video, you'll discover 10 hidden benefits no one talks about, and at benefit number 5, you'll learn how to reclaim money and time without anyone's permission. By the end, you'll know exactly how to turn your single years into the most productive, fulfilling years of your life. Let's begin. Reason 1. Freedom to define yourself. When you are single, you are free to define who you are on your own terms. No roles are forced onto you. No expectations that you didn't choose. Married men often wake up and find their identity shaped by external forces. Husband, father, provider, important rôle. Yes, but roles that can overshadow personal growth, individuality, and self-expression. Single men, on the other hand, hold a unique privilege. They have silence. They have space, moments to think, moments to reflect, and moments to dream without interruption. This is the hidden benefit of being single. The freedom to build your identity from the inside out. You can look backward, study your past, learn from your mistakes, and see how you've evolved through time. You can look forward, imagine who you want to become, visualize the life you want to create, and design a path to get there. Whether that vision includes a partner or not is secondary. What truly matters is clarity. Knowing yourself, owning your choices, seeing your strengths and weaknesses without distortion. Think of it like writing the script of your own movie. In marriage, someone else is always editing your lines, sometimes softly, sometimes aggressively, but when you are single, the pen is entirely in your hand. This freedom is not just emotional, it is practical. Single men can experiment, try new hobbies, travel, change careers, reinvent themselves again and again, without worrying about disrupting another person's stability. Psychologists often say identity is fluid. It evolves through experiences, beliefs, and challenges. But identity solidifies faster when you have the mental space to reflect. Singleness provides that mental space. This is why many single men report higher levels of authenticity. They can align their actions with their true values, not borrowed values, not societal scripts, not inherited expectations. So, the freedom to define yourself is more than a luxury. It is a foundation. Without it, growth stalls. With it, single men discover direction, strength, and peace. And that freedom, quietly, is one of the most powerful hidden benefits of staying single. Reason 2. Experience becomes currency. Life is built from experiences. And experience is not just memory, it is currency. Every event has value, good or bad, success or failure, joy or pain, it all carries lessons. The difference is whether you recognize it. If you dismiss an experience as useless, you lose its value. If you judge a moment as only bad, you waste the opportunity it held. But if you pause, reflect, and extract meaning, you convert that experience into wealth for your future. Single men often have more freedom to reflect. They are not buried under constant obligations, school runs, bills, arguments, household compromises. They can sit in silence, away from distractions, and review their lives carefully. And that reflection transforms raw experience into wisdom. Wisdom, unlike money, never loses value. In fact, wisdom multiplies every time you apply it. When you learn once, you use it for life. And the wiser you become, the fewer mistakes you repeat. Think of experience like financial investment. A bad investment costs money, but teaches strategy. A good investment grows wealth, but also builds confidence. Both types add value if you pay attention. For single men, this process is a hidden benefit. Because every experience can be converted into a lesson, every lesson can be stored as currency. And that currency funds growth in the future, whether in business, health, or relationships. The metaphor is simple. Imagine a bank account that only accepts experience. Every mistake, every challenge, every win, it all gets deposited. But you only gain interest if you acknowledge its worth. If you ignore the lesson, the deposit disappears. If you recognize the lesson, the balance grows. Marriage can make this process harder. Not impossible, but harder. Responsibilities leave less time for solitude. Reflection gets replaced by reaction. Energy gets drained by compromise. But as a single man, you have the quiet advantage of space and focus. You can consciously choose to convert each experience into usable currency, and the more you invest it wisely, the richer your future becomes. In the end, money may rise and fall. Opportunities may come and go, but experience, when recognized, valued, and applied, is wealth that no divorce, no crisis, no circumstance can take away from you. Reason 3. Belief systems dictate reality. What you believe becomes true for you, not for the entire world, but for your lived reality. This is one of the most powerful truths a single man can embrace. Your belief system dictates the quality of your life. If you believe you are capable, resourceful, and worthy, your actions reflect that. If you believe you are powerless, inattractive, or unlucky, your actions reflect that too. Belief is the starting point of every result, but faith takes it further. Faith is belief with conviction, an unquestioning trust that what you seek is already moving toward you. For single men, building faith is easier. Why? Because there are fewer conflicting voices, no constant criticism from a partner, no pressure to conform to someone else's expectations, no compromise that slowly erodes self-trust. Instead, there is space. Space to design beliefs intentionally. Space to reprogram old scripts inherited from family or culture. Space to practice affirmations, visualization, or whatever method strengthens inner conviction. Think of belief as the steering wheel of your life. If you hold it firmly, you direct where you go. If you let others grab it, your path becomes chaotic. Married men often share their steering wheel, sometimes willingly, sometimes reluctantly. But single men keep both hands on it. They can choose beliefs that empower them. I am building wealth. I am healthy and disciplined. I am free to grow. Over time, these beliefs turn into habits. Habits turn into results. And results confirm the belief, creating a cycle of growth. The hidden benefit of singleness here is clarity. You can align belief with action without resistance. And once belief and action are aligned, reality bends in your favor. That is why strong faith in your ability, your goals, and your future is not optional. It is essential. Because in the end, what you believe, you become. Reason 4. Attention is the amplifier of life. Attention is the most valuable resource you own. Wherever you place it, life expands. If you focus on problems, they grow larger. If you focus on progress, it multiplies. This is not philosophy, it is psychology. Your brain literally strengthens the pathways you use most often. For single men, attention is freedom. You decide where to shine your mental spotlight. No daily arguments to hijack your focus. No constant obligations pulling you in a dozen directions. Your attention can be precise, targeted, and powerful. Think of attention as sunlight. Wherever sunlight shines, things grow. Shine it on weeds, and weeds thrive. Shine it on fruit, and fruit ripens. So the question becomes, what are you growing? If you place attention on gratitude, goals, and self-improvement, those areas flourish. If you place attention on negativity, complaints, or distractions, those areas dominate your life instead. This is why appreciation is so powerful. When you direct attention toward the good multiplies. When you direct attention toward the negative multiplies. As a single man, this hidden benefit is priceless. You can choose a focus that compounds fitness, wealth, peace of mind, and because there are fewer competing demands, that focus becomes sharper. It's like aiming a magnifying glass at the sun. Scattered light is harmless. Focused light can start a fire. Attention works the same way. Scattered attention produces little. Focused attention transforms everything. So guard your focus. Direct it where you want growth. And remember, what you water with attention will grow. Reason 5. Money loves appreciation. Money responds to the way you treat it. Treat it with respect, and it grows. Treat it carelessly, and it disappears. Most men think money is only about income. Work harder. Earn more. But the truth is, money multiplies fastest through appreciation. For single men, this is a hidden benefit that cannot be ignored, because without constant debates about spending, without pressure to buy things to keep others happy, you are free to build a personal relationship with money. Appreciation creates what psychologists call a positive feedback loop. It works like this. You save a little. You notice the number growing. That growth feels good. So you save more. And the cycle repeats. Over time, the loop compounds. Your savings become investments. Your investments produce returns. And suddenly, money is no longer a stress. It is security. But here's the key. Appreciation is not just about hoarding. It's about falling in love with what money can do for you. Confidence, options, freedom, the ability to say no without fear. When you appreciate those outcomes, money begins to flow toward you. Not magically, but psychologically, because your brain is wired to protect and grow what you value. Think of money like a friend. If you ignore it, disrespect it, or waste it, it leaves. If you value it, care for it, and respect its purpose, it stays and brings more friends with it. For single men, this feedback loop is easier to build. You don't need approval from anyone to save, invest, or plan. No arguments about budgets. No guilt about priorities. Just discipline and focus and appreciation. This is why financial growth often accelerates in singleness, not because marriage ruins wealth, but because freedom allows sharper control, and sharper control creates compound results. In short, money loves appreciation. The more you respect it, the more it respects you back. That simple shift is a hidden benefit of staying single. Reason 6. Strength through adversity. Life will test you. Job loss, health challenges, financial setbacks, broken relationships. No man escapes adversity. The difference is how you face it. For single men, adversity can feel heavier because they face it alone. But this challenge hides a benefit: resilience. Adversity is not just pain. It is fuel. The harder the challenge, the greater the growth it offers once you push through. Think of experience as currency. Adversity is expensive currency. Yes, it costs a lot: time, energy, emotion, but it pays the highest returns in wisdom and strength. Married men often have someone to lean on. That support is helpful, but it can also become a crutch. Single men, facing storms alone, learn self-trust. They learn that survival is possible, adaptation is possible, reinvention is possible. Psychologists call this anti-fragility. Instead of breaking under pressure, you grow stronger because of pressure. The fire that could destroy you instead forges you. Think of steel. It only becomes strong after passing through fire. Men are the same, and single men without anyone to shield them often pass through that fire earlier, harder, and emerge sharper. The hidden benefit is simple. Once you survive adversity alone, you stop fearing it. You know that storms can come, but storms also end, and every storm leaves behind strength you didn't have before. This strength through adversity is priceless because it shapes character, builds resilience, and proves that no matter what life throws at you, you can rise. And that knowledge, that confidence, becomes a permanent advantage. It cannot be bought. It cannot be given. It must be earned. And single men often earn it faster than anyone else. Reason 7. Appreciation creates abundance. Appreciation is a force multiplier. When you appreciate small things, your health, your peace, your quiet mornings, those things expand. Single men often overlook this hidden benefit. Without the noise of constant demands, They have more space to notice the simple gifts of life, the silence in the evening, the freedom to rest, the ability to focus on personal goals without compromise. Appreciation is not passive. It actively reshapes your brain. Neuroscientists have shown that gratitude practices strengthen positive pathways. What you notice, you repeat. What you appreciate, you attract. Marriage can make appreciation harder to practice. Arguments, bills, responsibilities. They pull focus toward what's missing, not what's present. But when you are single, you can train your attention toward the good. Think of it like tuning a radio. If you keep tuning into complaint frequency, all you hear is static. But if you tune into appreciation frequency, the music gets clearer every day. The hidden benefit of being single is that you can tune freely. You can choose appreciation without someone else's negativity pulling you off station. And the more you appreciate, the more abundance flows into your life. Abundance here doesn't just mean money. It means energy. It means opportunities. It means people who want to be around you. Because appreciation radiates. People feel it. It's magnetic. Single men who practice appreciation become more centered, more attractive, and more resilient. So remember, abundance is not luck. It's cultivated, and appreciation is the soil it grows in. Reason 8, control over time and energy. Time is the true wealth of life, and energy is the fuel that powers it. Together, they are more valuable than money because once spent, they never return. Single men enjoy a hidden benefit that many overlook: total control of their schedule. No compromises. No negotiations. No endless debates about how to spend weekends or vacations. Want to wake up at 5 a.m. to train? You can. Want to spend Saturday reading instead of socializing? You can. Want to move cities? Take a new job? Or travel spontaneously? Nothing stops you. This autonomy compounds over time. Each hour saved from conflict or compromise becomes an hour invested in growth, fitness, education, business, rest. Every choice builds momentum. Think of your time as prime real estate. As a single man, you own the land outright. No landlord demanding rent. No tenants causing damage. You decide whether to build a garden, a tower, or leave it open for peace. Married men often lease their time. Shared schedules. Shared priorities. Constant adjustment. Not bad, but costly. And the cost is measured in energy lost to compromise. As a single man, you preserve that energy. And when energy is preserved, it can be directed into pursuits that matter most to you. This is why many single men discover rapid personal growth. They are not better than others. They simply control their most valuable resources: time and energy. The hidden benefit here is freedom of direction. Every day is a blank slate. And every blank slate is an opportunity to build the future you actually want without delay, without debate, without apology. Reason 9, relationships on your terms. Being single doesn't mean isolation. It means choice. It means building relationships on your terms. Many men assume that without marriage, social life becomes empty. The truth is the opposite. Single men often have more power to cultivate relationships that are authentic, supportive, and energizing. When you're married, social circles are often inherited. Family gatherings, in-laws, couples events. Some of those connections can be meaningful, but many are based on obligation, not alignment. As a single man, you are free from that weight. You can choose your friends based on values, not convenience. You can seek mentors who challenge you, not just neighbors who happen to be nearby. You can build a network of allies who fuel your growth, instead of draining your energy. Most importantly, you can date without desperation. You are not locked into scarcity thinking. You don't have to settle just to avoid loneliness. You can connect openly and walk away when a relationship costs more than it gives. Think of it as managing a portfolio. In marriage, much of your portfolio is fixed. Certain relationships are tied to the contract. As a single man, your portfolio is flexible. You can invest in the connections that deliver the highest return in inspiration, support, and shared vision. This hidden benefit often surprises men. They expect singleness to reduce connection. Instead, it enhances authenticity. Because when you know you don't need a relationship, you can approach relationships with honesty. No masks, no fear, no hidden agenda. And that is when the most powerful connections form, built not on obligation, but on freedom. Reason 10. The power to reinvent. The final hidden benefit of staying single is reinvention, the ability to start fresh as many times as necessary. Life is unpredictable. Jobs change, economies shift, dreams evolve, and sometimes, to the man you were at 25 is not the man you want to be at 40. Marriage can make reinvention difficult. Decisions ripple through the household. Every choice, new city, new career, new lifestyle must be negotiated. That negotiation often dilutes ambition, slows momentum, or stops change completely. Single men hold a different card. They can reinvent instantly, move to a new country, switch industries, adopt a new philosophy, redefine their identity without permission. Think of reinvention like updating software. Married men often have to wait for system-wide approval before hitting update. Single men can update immediately, debugging, optimizing, upgrading whenever the need arises. And reinvention is powerful. It means mistakes don't define you forever. It means failures become stepping stones, not prisons. It means your past can inform your future, but never limit it. This hidden benefit is not about running from responsibility. It's about adaptability. It's about agility. It's about becoming anti-fragile, able to shift, evolve, and thrive no matter how the world changes. In a world that moves faster every year, the power to reinvent is not just an advantage, it's survival. And single men, unbound by contracts or compromises, often wield this power best. So remember, reinvention is not weakness. It is strength, and as long as you are single, you can use that strength as often as you need. Let's recap the 10 hidden benefits of staying single. Freedom to define yourself. R. Experience becomes currency. San. Belief systems dictate reality. S. Attention is the amplifier of life. Wu. Money loves appreciation. Lu. Strength through adversity. Si. Appreciation creates abundance. Ba. Control over time and energy. Zhou. Relationships on your terms. Sure. The power to reinvent. Each one may sound simple, but together they form a framework that transforms a man's life. Freedom, growth, wealth, peace. Being single is not a punishment. It is not a waiting room for real life. It is real life, often the most powerful stage of it. The hidden benefits are everywhere. If you choose to see them, and once you harness them, you stop living in scarcity and start living in strength. So here's the challenge. Stop waiting for permission to live. Use your freedom. Invest your experience. Shape your beliefs. Amplify your attention. And watch your life expand in ways you never imagined. If this message resonated with you, hit like so more men can hear it. Subscribe for more videos on freedom, growth, and the truth about modern manhood, and share this with a friend who needs to know that being single isn't a weakness, it's a hidden power. Stay strong, stay free, and stay focused.